here, okay? What do you want from us? How much more do you want from me? And we're back.
Hello, girls. We're back.
And we're back. We're back. And we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Cha-cha-cha.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Taylor.
And Toya.
This is the Heaux Bag. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite streaming platform and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at _Heaux Bag. That's _HEAUXBAG. Keep up with our shenanigans. Bye.
Popping this bitch and I'm coming through. Hey, don't stop. Won't stop.
I'm always on with some clowns.
It's a Sunday. We gonna listen to Kirk Franklin. Then we gonna say, put that pussy on me.
Okay. And we're back.
And we're back. This is Taylor
With the
reporting
BS.
live. This is Toy reporting live. And we have KP reporting live. Let's go.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, first and foremost, this is KP and I am one half of the Certified Steppers podcast that is Certified Steppers with a Z on all platforms. It's a podcast about culture and relationships. We give it to y'all from a man's perspective. However, we keep the integrity and the respect of the woman. So if you get a chance, give us a look.
I like that.
I like that
people
too.
don't uphold integrity and respect for the opposite sex. They just go in.
Yeah, because I wholeheartedly believe you can disagree with whoever as long as the respect is there.
Amen.
And the integrity and your intent is there. So
Factuals. So today's podcast is called Podcast World. Now, we did say defund the podcast, the men's podcast, but we got a male podcast to hear. So, it's going to be a good conversation.
We're going to talk about it because I was like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be y'all boy.
You got that one outlier that's okay. Like, but,
There you go. Let me slip through.
We'll get into it. You got Twitter news today?
I do have Twitter news. First, I'm gonna start by saying that the first thing we're going to talk about is Manosphere, which I didn't even know existed and was a term until Mr. KP here told me about it. So we looked up the definition. So the meaning of the word Manosphere. It's a group of online communities that include men's rights activists. I think that says enough. That
Is
says
it black
enough.
men, white men? Is it all
Primarily, it's black men.
Makes sense. Kevin Samuels is your God.
Yeah.
They'll say that online. Like, the God Kevin Samuels. And I'm like, listen, I respect homie, but pause.
And I think since we're talking about Kevin Samuels, he always refers to himself as a high value man. So I saw this Twitter post. It says, I don't know whose of age son needs to hear this, but you are not a high value man, and no good woman with any brain cells in her head is going to submit to you. Please retire your podcast. Go be one with nature somewhere and heal.
Time out. Did you see that man? This has nothing to do with. He was like working for, and he's like, y'all sleeping on Amazon. He was working 120 hours, and he only made like $1,800. He was like, y'all sleeping, high value man. It was like,
Nigga, I'm in a coma. What?
the fuck, like, you're right. You don't know what, not saying that your paycheck equates to high, but baby, you are getting raped. Like, that is slavery.
No way in hell.
So, yeah, people don't know.
So on our last episode, we were talking about high value men and what they look for and vice versa. What do you think a high value man is?
Honestly, like,
Or do you believe in the term?
I mean, the term can exist because, like, whatever, like, it's words, right? Whatever y'all want to create. For me, if I'm gonna walk into that world and talk that term with you, a high value man is whatever you value. High value man is whatever you value. Like, I think we spend so much fucking time on the internet just trying to figure out if this should be the man I'm looking for, and we're having it from people that's telling you, hey, he got to be this and he got to be that and he got to be this, and they forgetting to talk about all the emotional stuff that you're gonna deal with, the abuse, the way he talks to you, the way he distances himself from you, and all this other stuff. Like, if you value that stuff and it comes with 6 figures or 7 figures, what's the point? It's never gonna make sense. So that's my short answer. Value is what you value.
What did I think Kevin Samuels' definition of his version, he created the term, so he coined it. A high value man is someone with a very high amount of income the ability to generate a lot of income and a lot of influence. So that means any asshole could be a high value man. And to me, like you said, if I don't value that, then he's not high value because I need you. I'm gonna go to delivery soon. Be rubbing my feet when I come back. Your money ain't gonna buy me happiness. So I agree with you.
I think it goes back to the type of influence he's talking about. So it depends on what you like as influence. Because if you go to camp after 11:30, 12, the influence is gonna be the idiot, arrogant dude that you probably don't take to. However, if you go into another place where there's doctors, lawyers, and real conversation, and that money exists there as well, but also the knowledge and what you like from the intellect, that's your value. See what I'm saying? That's why I said it's really like I know idiot women that can go look for idiot high value men, and it makes sense for them.
They make idiot high value children.
I agree. I agree. You know what I'm saying?
The cycle continues.
How do you change that?
I think when it comes to the term high value man and high value woman, they have two different they hold two different terms of weight, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, so for high value men, it's always associated with money. And then high value women, it's associated with, well, what do you bring to the table besides money? Because a man doesn't want a woman to lead with her pockets, because now that's making it look like a man, I'm not a leader or in control or whatever. So I saw something else, and this was TikTok, where here's the picture, we'll post later. She says, when they want to get gifts like you, but they're not strong enough to get cheated on every month. And then when I looked at the thread,
those gifts.
When I looked at the thread underneath, it was so many women that were saying, yeah, if you want these high value men, they're gonna cheat, so you have to put up with the cheating if that's what you want.
The internet surprises me every week.
Listen,
I was flipping through the comments like, wow.
It's okay to be single, y'all. Like, I'm sorry. I would rather be single and happy knowing I'm not getting cheated on and having to curse a nigga out every 2 days. Like, what? I like my peace.
Do you see the message though? It's like she said that there's women in the comments saying that you gotta put up with that, right? So my thing is like I think y'all gotta police that just as well as like y'all gotta police that. Like
we allow it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if y'all not policing that as women and trying to correct it as women, that's what men are gonna like. Look at them 40,000 comments telling me that men can get the money and cheat and do what he want to do. Right.
That's why we have this platform, and
100% agree with you.
It's like we try to tell people like you don't have to deal with that stuff. And what was that you said? A piece of man is better than no. Fuck that.
Betty Wright said it, not me. Let's blame Betty.
I'm not gonna tell you that's how you come in.
No, but once again, talking about, I guess, things that we learn in our youth, and you only know what you know, and unless you're ready to unlearn some things, you're going to continue that cycle. So if you have your grandmother raising your mother, that's raising you, that's telling you, oh baby, that's just how men are. This is what you're supposed to do as a woman. Look the other way, do this, do that. Then you're just going to continue that cycle, and you're going to birth another one and birth another one. And it's just like, we come from a long line of ignorance.
But I'll say this, like when I think of Kevin Samuels and the Manosphere, right? Like I don't feel a way about it in terms of like I'm getting mad or I don't like the content, whatever, because in my head, the way I look at it is like, if I truly believe that everybody deserves to feel how they feel and say what they say, then I can let that exist over there. Like my job now is to show women that there's an other side. There's another side of that. There's men out here who can stand 10 toes down, look you square in your eyes and tell you we moving in this direction, but also keep the respect in that message.
Facts. I think that's also why it's important to see Black couples just, posting. Sometimes I get annoyed with that. I'm not gonna lie, but like you have to show like, I respect my wife. I respect my husband. We treat each other like this, because a lot of people don't see that healthy example of a relationship. You just see the toxic Quavo and Sweetie or Kim and Kanye. Granted, it's not a whole Black couple, but you see that, and that's a lot of people deal with that shit. They deal with Kanye's and they're like, oh, what was that meme? I would just take him back by now. Baby.
What?
Kanye needs to be by himself, but that's a whole nother topic. But like people deal with that and they think that it's okay. But I think we need to see those examples of, we respecting each other and saying, you know what, that's not for me. That's what y'all like, but there is a better way. Your hair don't have to turn gray so fast. You ain't got to be stressed out about stuff like this. But
right.
What do I know?
And I'll tell you that like you catch it from both angles. As a man, while I'm outside, because the perception is what y'all are talking about, like women approaching me in that way now, thinking that my mind is thinking like this manosphere type.
So how do they approach you?
So I'll get conversations on the, what you do, for a living, what you drive and all this other stuff. And then it's like, yeah, absolutely. I've gotten those questions easily. Like they'll come up and then, hey, I'll have women say, hey, I want to go on a date on Friday. You available? Let's go to boom, boom, boom.
And like, they pick the something that they can afford.
Right. and like, yeah, exactly. And like, but like, you as a man, you either gonna stand or you gonna fold in that situation, right? So if you know that you do want to have sex with this woman, she's attractive. However, it's going against every code that you believe in. Then what's the point of the sex?
So, Chris, quick question. So do you go, girl, no, I ain't take you there, and how does that?
No, so I believe in encounters first. I'm going to re-suggest. I'm like, listen, I ain't really on that right now, but like, let's go kick it at the park.
But does that not make you think she's a bird? Like, absolutely.
Oh, okay. But at the end of the day, like, listen, I want to get something out the way, just so y'all understand. Every man we ain't just trying, I'm just saying every man, if he's pursuing you, however that exchange happened, they want to have sex with you. Like, not that that's in the ecosystem and we know that. It's about how you go about giving the sex now. It's like how you get it now. It's like if you a person I ain't never got to chase and I can do what I want and then I can double back and go smash on you whenever I please, I'm going to keep you in that bucket. But if you somebody that I find attractive and you tap into my intellect and now it's some shit where I'm like, whoa, all right, now you touching my soul, you touching my thoughts. Need to hear that. So I'm like, I'm about to put some energy in that. That go to the parade, the dinners, the Root Chris, and the trips and all that. That's where I lock in at.
So question. So somebody had tweeted, is like the cheapest date supposed to be $200? And I was like, I tweeted back. I said, y'all are dumb. I was like, you dating birds. I was like, you can have the best date be a picnic like at the park or something like that, right? But if he's not creative and she's not creative, y'all some birds. So do you like putting that energy? Because a lot more energy goes into planning a picnic than it would to just take her to.
Yep.
Not really. So let me tell you.
I mean, you got to pick up like the mats, the food. Somebody got to cook, prepare it, make it cute and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Go to Amazon, get you the picnic pack. You
that
get
still
the backpack.
takes work.
But
it's still you tapped into your creative mind. Not every man would think to do that.
No, that's why I'm giving free game. Just get the little backpack. Tell help you out. Get the little backpack and come with all the essentials. If you can cook, then cook your little meal. You can stuff it in that same backpack. Go get you a $15 bottle of wine. And if me, I like party favors, so I bring a little extra for that too, and then we gonna chill and vibe out. And I have an outside speaker where we can play some music, and I'm gonna tap into your head, and I'm gonna have games that we could play. So that's a $20 date right there.
Dope.
You know what I do now? Whenever a guy says, "Hey, I want to take you on a date. When are you free?" I'm like, I'll tell him my schedule or whatever. Oh, okay. Well, what do you want to do? You just said you want to take me on a date,
that's wild.
And then you ask, what do I want to do? I get it. Once a guy was like, well, I don't want to do something for you and then you don't like it. But my rebuttal to that was, I want to see what type of guy you are.
Right.
I want to see what you want to take me to do. And if you end up just taking me out to eat, I know I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, thanks for no thanks.
I think that's...
Wait. So one of my first boyfriends was from Louisiana. And so y'all remember the Notebook was out at that time.
Yeah.
When they went in the little lake or the bayou. Granted, I never been to a bayou before, so I didn't know what flies and shit.
MG.
Alligators.
All that.
So he's like, you coming out for the weekend? What you want to do? I was like, can we get a boat and go in the bayou? He said, hell the fuck no.
What?
He said, fuck no. And I said, I was hurt. I was like, well, I was trying to be romantic.
If your ass in Texas with that, them alligators don't play.
I didn't know.
Now that's hilarious. I have never had a woman ask me to do that in Louisiana.
Man, I used to love Notebook. That's neither here nor there. Okay.
Lord.
No,
so with the Manosphere, right? I was looking at this website where the lady was basically breaking down with that meant, and she said that there is an influencer. His name is Mr. Palmer, and he's coined the term baby mama terrorist, or BMT, and he and his followers sport fuck child support hats.
Mm.
So it's a layered question here. You don't have any kids.
I don't.
How do you feel about,
Bless me,
and
Lord,
Kevin Samuels kind of talks about this too.
These hormones.
Oh,
hey, I ain't wanted that.
Right. Kevin Samuels talks about this too, and he says a woman. I'm going back to high value now.
Let's do it.
is taken down a couple notches when she has a kid or multiple kids because
labeled damaged goods.
You're damaged goods. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where the baby mama terrorist comes from. In. How do you feel about that?
I agree that I agree that the wording can make you turn the TV off, right? But I like as a man, I'll tell you like that's real thoughts.
I agree.
I'm a man that has 0 kids, and I'm coming from a bachelor single life. So the way I look at it is not about y'all being damaged or whatever. Women, like, y'all go through life shit just like we do. Y'all just happen to be the people that carry babies. If men can get pregnant, y'all will be dealing with some niggas.
But you know what's crazy?
So
y'all will get y'all penis taken off.
You know what I'm saying?
I know so many men who have kids that say, I won't date a woman that has kids.
Yeah,
I was just going to get into that.
That's what I was going to say. But you know why I think that? Because where my mindset goes is like, I have to physically be like, yo, can I deal with her and what comes with that?
Whereas we don't have to, if you have a kid, you probably don't have the kid all the time, so we don't have to deal with that. So it's, we can get a little bit more lenient.
That's exactly why I think women are like, because like I've sat down with women. I say, how many children can a man have or whatever? I know women that say 1 or 2, and then they'll be like, I ain't tripping as long as the baby mama is whatever, or the baby mama is like not really flexing, or they like they don't have a limit because they know that he gonna be rocking with the kid. Partially. Mm-hmm. As a man, I look at him like, yo, when you come in my life, you come in this house or whatever house we get, like there's extra bodies coming with that. Yeah, so as a man, I got to sit there and be like, hey, you on some shit like this, all that's finna stop because you got a responsibility of this. Is that where you want to be? And that's a real question as a man.
It is true. Like me dating, like when I got with my partner, he has a daughter, but she's a teenager, and I'm like, she ain't gonna be in the house much longer. I could deal with that. Mm-hmm. Now, had she been 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I've heard women say like a man, if he got a 2-year-old, they like, nah, I'm
hell
cool.
No, because then that's when you gotta deal with the mom. Then it's like when the parenting comes in and it's their parenting decisions. Mm-hmm. I literally have to take the back burner, and I could be like, hey, but I don't. This ain't your kid
until you a wife.
But even then, sometimes like somebody come in. JoJo's dad's mom, wife come in and try to tell JoJo to do something with her hair. You gonna be like, I didn't authorize that.
I look at things differently though. If you're a girlfriend, shut the fuck up. If you're a wife, I fully understand that. And as I am a woman that's not with him anymore, just like a man is not with me anymore, you as my child's father cannot expect that my husband wouldn't have any say so because you decided you didn't want to make a family unit anymore.
You're that type, but there are some people who come with it. You don't know what you're getting. It's a dice, right?
Absolutely.
Just like a man being a woman. You don't know if the baby daddy gonna come in and start, I want my family back. You don't know what
it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about.
It's a
I would think from a man's perspective, which is funny because I've heard two different answers. I've heard of a man say that he's more so worried about the baby daddy, I guess. And then I hear the other one be like, well, my thing is the responsibility aspect of it, because I know if I take her seriously, I'm automatically going to have to think about the financial responsibility of taking care of her and her kid or kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, it's more about I'm not tripping on no dude. Like, as a man, if I already know how I'm going to handle bro if I ever get in that situation.
I'm like, look, can you fight?
It ain't about fighting though, because I come to you as a man.
Like, the thing is, it's like you got to think am I willing to prepare myself to even be in this situation? Right,
exactly. That's why the responsibility piece hits hard. Because like I would just sit down with dude and be like, look, this is what we doing. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not asking you for nothing. I'm not. These are the boundaries I see. You can give me your feedback from there, and we can have a dialogue and go from there. Or if you own the other shit, let's take it there. Like, so I don't care about that side. It's about the responsibility for me. Yeah.
So, I'm sorry.
So Future came out with his song Worst Day. And that apparently that's KP's favorite song.
Wait, hold on, time out. Before we get into that though, right? I feel like there's a lot of subliminals with Future and Russell Wilson. Future don't never throw subliminals at the other baby mamas, but when it's with Russell, it's always like this passive aggressive Twitter posting, right? It's like
I haven't seen him post anything, so I don't know. Future?
Yeah, so it was a little Future's birthday one day. I seen that. You know, he put the best dad in the world cap, and then Future posted like, "Oh, I got my son a Rolex," and it was like Future don't never post his other kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that little petty stuff. It's granted they're not like, "Oh, f you nigga," da 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 da, but they still his feelings are still invested in whatever this situation is. You don't see him going after Bow Wow about Joey Chavez.
Yeah.
But you see the
I think it's about a dick swinging contest at that point, because who the fuck care? No offense, Lil Bower Woward, but who cares about having a dick swinging contest with Bow Wow? You look at Russell and it's like, damn, that's a grown ass man. He got his shit together, and you took my bitch and my family.
But that's what I'm saying. Russell had to consciously go, okay, if I want Sierra, I gotta deal with this nigga too, right? And it's like
deal with Future.
The evidence is out there, yeah.
So it's,
you know what he coming with.
Think about that. It's like, whew, shit.
Yeah, I mean, but like I see it from both sides. Like I totally understand. I guess maybe because I'm a Scorpio, but I understand.
When's your birthday?
November 1st.
Oh.
Yeah, we know. We fucking know.
With you for a reason. But I get his side. I don't necessarily have to agree with it, but I get the emotion. It's like that. You talk about him being petty with just that one child. That's the one that got away.
He let her get, and then he made
That's
her.
why I don't get
it. Her like he's doing the same thing Kanye's doing to Kim. Like you sit up here and you talk about, oh yeah, she got into her to wait for me. Like you know what I'm saying? Like who gets online and try, and then you make 3 mixtapes that make your career just go skyrocketed about this girl? Like how is that the one that got away?
Because
exactly.
That's the actions.
The one that we love the most.
The actions tell you he mistreated her, not knowing she was the one getting away until she was gone. When she stripped all that energy from him, oh shit. That's when it hit him, and that's where all that came in.
So let me make 8 more kids after that.
Man, listen, I don't know if that was the mindset. I'm just telling you, I know when somebody's energy gone and like you really rock with them and like you trying to get their attention and nothing's working. Like if a man gonna go to whatever extremes he need to if that box is.
It's giving I need therapy.
Yeah,
hey, so you know what? So when we were talking about,
I agree.
When we were talking about you know what you know and you just don't know what you don't know because that's how you were raised. That's your frame of reference, right? Mm-hmm. I saw this guy on Facebook that was saying that his uncle sat him down and he told him how he got his wife. And how he got her was every day after school, he would follow her and just be like, hey, I think you're so pretty, da da da. He called it persistence. If you're persistent, if you're but you're 10, you don't know what stalking is.
I'm thinking this is like,
but
18.
that's how. So eventually, I think he said it was 2 months after going after her that she finally was like, oh, all right, my name is Maria, and da da da. Sure, I'll go on a date with you. Mm-hmm. He taught his son that that's how you get a woman. You're persistent. You show up at her job every day. Thin line between love and hate. What? You're gonna send flowers to her job. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. That I think that men, until it happened to Kanye and he put it really out there on the forefront and on his platform, that I think it's forcing men to say, oh shit, this shit really is crazy. All you know of is persistence, what your uncle or your daddy taught you. Yeah. But now you're saying it in real time. You're fighting. All you're taught is fight for your family. Right. You don't know that fighting is coming off as you're a stalker and you're fucking crazy. Yeah, you're taking it as, you're projecting it as, I just want my family back. And then you also on the flip side have women that be like, you got to fight for me. If you want, you need to pop outside my house and ring my doorbell. So that kind of puts a man in a hard spot. Like, damn, bitch, you want me to fight or not?
Don't ever.
If I don't fight, I don't care.
Do not ever do that shit.
How should a man go about doing it when he fucks up?
So I mean,
you got to know your woman though too. You got to know, like, sometimes people need space. Like men will often say when they are fed up with a woman, just give me space. So if we're being consistent, like, oh, I'm just, hey, I made you dinner today. Y'all be like, yo, just give me some fucking space. So like, sometimes you got to know who you're dealing with. Yeah.
Maybe he knew he was dealing with a hoe, and if he gave her that space, another nigga was gonna come in. I'm just saying she's on her 4th divorce.
I mean,
I don't know these people, but I would just assume.
Since we gonna talk about Kanye, Kanye knows who he can bully and harass, and
I agree with that.
I agree too,
because he was going off on Drake until Jay Prince came and said, "Hey, y'all niggas squash this shit. Read the apology." Oh, now Drake's his bestie.
I am so sorry that I did this.
Get away with that shit with. Of course, Kim wasn't gonna do shit to him, but put a restraining order that he could probably walk around like.
Bitch, just say you're supposed to be 10 feet away from here. If you slip and fall on this floor like you did once.
I just want to say that Mr. J. Prince is a philanthropist and he just live on the island. I don't know that he a respectable dude and Kanye felt the need to respect him. I ain't trying to die.
Right, but what I'm saying is Kanye knows who he can get away with. So it's
I agree.
He's picking and choosing his battles, and I think he thinks it's funny to humiliate his family.
Okay, but you know your husband too, bitch. Look at what she did to fucking Amber Rose.
Yeah, but I also think
facts. Kim, you knew exactly what the fuck you was doing.
Right. That's exactly what I was going to say. When you think about both of them, it's like they're at the top of their celebrity, and both of them got a track record of a bunch of failed this, failed that, failed whatever when it comes to relationships. Like if you ain't fixed that toxic at the top, it ain't. I don't give a damn how much money you got. It's still going to be toxic.
Yep,
that's all it is. Like, and so that's why for me, when shit hit the fans, it made I saw that shit coming. Like,
oh, absolutely. When they first got married, I was like, it's just gonna be a matter of time before it comes out, oh, Kanye's trying to control what I do. Cause like I noticed how she was changing her image and whatnot. And I was like, it's gonna end badly. Unfortunately, I don't want it to because I don't wish that on anybody. But now that kids are involved, I'm like, this is embarrassing, bro. Like they're gonna come back and look at this. You know, it's one thing to do with your family business internally, but when the whole world is like, your daddy fucking, like I bet she go to school and they be like, so did you see what your dad posted on Instagram yesterday? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just
I'm like, shut your broke ass up, bitch.
Let me ask y'all a question.
That's why you need a loan to come to school.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think Kanye has a fragile male ego?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want to just dive into that real quick because right now on everywhere you hear, when it comes to men, the term fragile male ego and toxic masculinity, right? So my question is, do y'all think that goes hand in hand with each other? And can y'all like explain what that is?
Oh,
like, especially the fragile male ego.
I feel like I'm in an interview and I wasn't ready.
I just had a question.
So one, does he have a fragile male ego? I think yes, because every time he's put out excellent work, it's been because his feelings have been hurt. So it's
Future too.
Right.
If that's what we're talking
absolutely. Well, I mean, men in general, right? Like, so I think whenever, like, the most creative ones are the ones that are emotional, but men aren't allowed to express their emotions. So they have to figure out a way how to do it. If it comes out in music, if it comes out saying, bitch, I hate you. Like, because they've never just said, you know what, you hurt my feelings, Kim. Like, can we talk about this? Like, they don't know how to do that. So then I would say the toxicity part for me, if I'm breaking this down, would be not knowing how to communicate that your feelings have been hurt. Like, what you did bothered me. So I have to come out and say, bitch, you a hoe. This your fourth marriage anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no like a mature person would have been like, we all know it's her fourth marriage. Like, a mature person wouldn't have done that to the mother of their 4 children. So that's,
I don't know. I think I always say everything is situational. So I think people bring things to the forefront because they're like, all right, I'm about to show you who this person really is. But you know, I'm a Gemini. So, you know, since y'all ganging up on me, Kanye, I got your back. I feel like everybody always wants to talk about goddamn mental this and go to therapy and blah, 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 blah. And I don't think there's a time limit on hurt. I really don't.
There's a way to deal with that too. Like when somebody kills somebody and they go, I was insane at that point, you still need to go to jail. Like, you killed my mother.
Do you?
Yes, you do.
Do you?
You're not fit to be in society. Because guess what? Now we let you go for this one.
So I don't.
OJ's crazy ass doesn't need to be allowed to be married to other people and then just go, I've been crazy.
But I think when it comes to being crazy and like real life, maybe schizophrenic or whatever, you have these split different personalities. So I don't think jail is for that. I think that's for like maybe some type of, what is it called? Like where they put straitjackets on? A mental institution. I think that they need rehabilitation before they come back onto the streets. I don't think that's what jail is for.
I agree. So maybe not jail. So I take that back. But you don't need to be out there freely dating. If you just killed somebody and pleaded mental insanity, like you should not be allowed to go back out and say, I was just crazy. I was in love. Because guess what? Us three, our black asses can't do that.
No, hell no.
Even though the drink was good and you made me want to shoot you. I'm not mad no more now. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have did it. I still have to deal with the repercussions of that.
Right.
So I don't.
I mean, but like, just diving back, when I hear fragile male ego, it goes against what you said, right? You said men are not allowed to express emotions, right? So to me, when you think of, if you tell a dude you got a fragile male ego, right? It's almost like I can't come to you in an emotional state because to me that registers as a weak dude.
Well, does fragile mean weak necessarily?
Yes, that's fragile.
I think you're easily bothered because you don't know how to deal with your emotions, right? Like some people, like Toya holds in her emotions. Excellent. She knows how to channel them. She knows how to think about them. So if she ever gets to the point where she just snaps, I knew that it was a lot of shit that she had to deal with, right? Whereas me, I don't handle my emotions well. As soon as I get mad, I'm like, you bitch ass. Because I'm sensitive. So it's like, I think I haven't been taught, because I was raised by a male. I haven't been taught. It was always fix your face. Did anybody die while you're crying? So it's like, all right, I'm just gonna shut up. And on the inside, I'm still dealing with it personally. So I don't think that it's that you can't talk to me. I think you need to learn how to talk to me.
Yeah.
In our last podcast, he was like, you know, I can serve a filet mignon, but if it's served on a bag of trash, it's gonna come off as crazy. So like, you know, there's a way to say, hey, you hurt me, and there's a way to say, bitch, I'm gonna kill you if you ever
It's all about
cheat
the
on
delivery.
me again. It's, you know, it's like,
No, I get it.
not knowing how toxic masculinity.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, also the other factor to me is like women, like there's buttons pushed too, right? So they bring that out of him, because you said like, okay, you don't show me emotion until I'm on some, bitch, you got 4 baby mamas, and boom, and then it comes out, right? And then you want to talk about you're right. So if that's happening, then like he's only doing that because it's like, that's the only way he know how to channel that communication.
But
Like,
once again, that has to do with himself internally. That has nothing to do with us.
And then doesn't that we always
I'm not
talk
finger
about that,
pointing.
right?
No,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Meaning
I'm
the
not finger
woman.
pointing.
That doesn't
Yeah.
have anything to do with
Right.
the opposite person. It could be your boss. It could be whoever.
Right.
If you don't have the discipline enough to hear something that you don't like and
Process it.
Process it and then communicate. You need to work on your own communication skills. Can't nobody force you to have a fragile
That's being
ego
an adult,
but yourself.
right? That's being a mature adult. Like we all have to unlearn certain behaviors and relearn how to deal with situations. Like I don't think that it's something like emotional intelligence. I had to read that book when I went into the workforce, because at first when my boss had me fucked up, no, I said I'm taking PTO, so y'all can figure it out. Yeah. There's a different way to handle it.
Right.
PTO got denied. You on the plane looking out the window.
Sound like you problem.
Right. But no, I get it. It's just that for me, it's like I always try and put myself, because I take criticism well. I ain't no dude who, like, you say something to me and I'm in my feelings. I'm always willing for a conversation. What I don't do is I don't go back and forth with women.
Did you have to learn that?
Absolutely.
Did you have to teach yourself
Well,
that?
no. I learned
Did you see it as a child?
So yeah, what was for me, I was told no so much. Like I knew how to go get it on my own. So the tough skin was there. It was just, how do I channel my emotions? Because no really hurt it. But it was just like... But
we see that in the opposite, right? When people are always told yes and they're never told no, like Kanye. Then when they're finally told no, you a hoe. You know, like it's same thing when you walking down the street. I know you've seen this. Hey, let me get your number. Find that bitch. You ain't even that cute anyway.
All right, then, hoe, you ugly anyway.
But y'all know that y'all do that in a different way, right? I just want to...
Do what?
So like, if a dude is grabbing your arm and he like, let me holler at you, and you like...
yeah, bitch, don't touch me.
Yeah, and he like, you fuck you, bitch. You ugly
don't touch
anyway.
me. You sparked it.
Let me flip that for how it looks for a woman, because y'all very subtle. I'll be at the... And this has happened to me. I'll be at the bar, and because I turn down women. Niggas can lie, I turn them down. Fuck y'all, it's a privilege sometimes. So like,
yes, king.
You know,
yes.
so like when I do, and I'm trying to show you I'm not interested, I always get with the, I forgot, girl, he light skinned. You know,
that nigga gay anyways.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all do it too. It's just y'all subtle with it. So it's like, don't complain about something y'all deliver. That's all I'm saying.
That's a hasty generalization. Like,
not all women deliver. I'm just saying, like, so if the energy is coming this way,
he light skinned because men do it too. Oh, she light skinned or she got edges. So like they'll say stuff
now
like
she got edges. I'm fucking crying.
Bitch, you wasn't cute
the disrespect is different.
That's disrespectful.
Now the disrespect. I'm just saying like. But you can't tell once the message is given, you can't tell me what to feel disrespectful about. No matter if it's the B word or you just calling me light skinned or gay. Like the disrespect for me is the disrespect.
You're
like,
right.
You know
You're
what I'm saying?
right.
Like you can't sit there and
but the mature thing is to be able to receive that and not, respond back with more toxicity.
That's why I say I don't go back and forth with women. Like if you call me a bitch ass nigga, a fuck boy, I'm stripping my energy from you. Period. I have no reason to go. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to keep your number in my phone. None of that.
So when you see your homeboy do it, you go, damn, this nigga emotional.
I wanted to talk about that.
I've absolutely told my homeboy
we'll talk about that for a later episode. But
we gotta come back on.
It's actually a certain thing that I did see on Twitter, and I know it's on Spiritual World, but the woman had basically said, She don't give a damn who you are. If your character and your integrity is not there, she's not dealing with you. Which I see that a lot in men. Y'all do not do that. Y'all be like, oh yeah, that's my nigga, da-da-da. But he don't pay his child support. He'll never see his kids. He out all the time. He's cheating on his woman. But birds of a feather don't flock together until it comes to women. She a hoe, all y'all hoes. Nah, but you an outstanding gentleman, but
men do
your
really.
friends ain't shit.
Men do that.
Well,
that's what I wanted to. No, they do not.
Listen, I can only speak
9
for
out
me.
of 10 don't. You're very special. You a unicorn.
But let me tell you,
because most men say that's not my business.
I want to really just say, let me tell you why they get to that point though, because I would even get to a point to where it's not my business. So my thing is, I'm a criticize you publicly, but I never have any information to give to nobody about you because my loyalty is to you. But
that's fine.
I'll definitely check you. But if I know that a man is going to be a man, so at the end of the day, if
what
you,
does that mean?
let me get that. What I'm saying is like, if I tell you, yo, homie, stop that, bro. Don't talk to your wife like that. And I know that's how you do it. Then my next thing is don't ever talk to your wife like that around me, or I'm not going to come around because I don't want to see it.
But that's
all we can do is, man, what you want me to do? Fight the nigga?
No. My thing is, like I said, disassociate. I no longer want any dealings with you because your character is flawed as fuck.
Right. Bring it
as a man, if you know that one of the best things a man can do, for example, is take care of their kids, right? Or not beat on women. We'll make those the top 2. And they do that, and you like, man, as long as he don't hit her in front of me, as long as, you know what I'm saying, what?
But at the
you
same
still
time,
do it.
But what you said earlier, some women just say, you know what, they stay in these situations, right?
That don't mean you have to associate yourself with that person.
Because I know a couple couples that they like to physically fight, and we'd be like, that ain't our business. And it's like, but they love each other, but we don't want to see that shit, so don't do that shit around us. But it's like, that's what so I think there's the thin line between that, because it's like, hey, I done talked to her, asked if she need help. She's like, no, I love him. He like, nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't.
It's different when you see it versus hearing it though. Like if somebody is disrespectful in front of you and that's your, like, I'll give you a quick point. Like my homie did that to his wife. And like, this is the man at your house, so I'm not going to come out and be her honor. But like, we went to his man cave and I just tapped him. I said, hey bro, man, that was wild disrespect for what you did. Yeah, he did it in front of me. I said it was wild disrespect. I say 2 things. And he like my little brother. Like we come together, went to all the schools together, even I got our masters at the same school. It's like my homie. And I say, bro, go apologize to her and just don't talk to her like that around me, right? And like, what happened was she called me and gave me a thank you or whatever, because she knew the reason why he said he's sorry. My point is, like, I think that if men are not afraid to just give that message to their homie, then the change can happen. I don't think it's a thing that we don't listen. I think it's much to more of your point that we just need more men like me doing it. What I see men doing it. I agree that exists, but I do see a lot of men who can check their homies. And maybe I'm moving in different circles or whatever, but I don't hang around. I ain't got no big circle. I don't know a bunch of people. So maybe that's my experience, but I don't want to like discredit the dudes who out there trying to do the work either. Because there is some people who are pushing it, I believe. Because I'll never let nobody in any shape, way, or form disrespect a woman in front of me. Stranger, friend, auntie, sister, cousin.
Kudos to you.
You can't do that.
Kudos.
And we need to see that. That's why we got this platform.
So we are running up on time. What we usually do is we need you to give a whole tip. Do you have one?
I'm going to switch it up because on my show we call it bro talk. So we're going to call it a bro tip. Cool for me. I got a bro tip. Let y'all give a whole tip. Okay. Yeah, because y'all not going to call me no hoe. Nah, real quick. Wow.
If the Nike shoe fits, Cinderella.
God damn it.
All right.
Nah, but listen, really seriously, my whole bro tip is simple, bro. Success breeds consistency. Simple as that, bro. It's like, I don't give
a... Or is it consistency breeds success?
Both.
Oh.
Like success breeds consistency.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
No? Because for me, it's like, in order to get to success, you got to constantly breed that consistency, right? So you got to constantly, every day you wake up, you got to be on it. You got to be willing to do the whatever you into. For me, it's podcasting and merch. You got to write your content, right? You got to go out there and market your brand. You got to go out and keep your designs pushing, right? And you can't think about the end game of, oh man, my merch going to look fire here, or this content finna pop here. Now, get your mind out the clouds. Like, stay consistent in the work and let your success come from that.
Don't talk about what you're going to do.
Be about it.
Do what you're going to do. I love it.
Be about it.
You have a whole tip?
Fuck niggas, get money.
See? I tell you, just different, brother. I don't know why. Sheesh.
Lord, we went all over, but I
Money on my mind.
Right. This was dope though.
It was great.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say, because I always do this, I'm always praise y'all publicly, but even on y'all platform, like, y'all fucking dope. Like,
so
and I don't know if,
Thank you.
I think y'all know it, but I just want to tell y'all, like,
We
y'all
stay humble.
Yeah, y'all fire. So
We still working.
keep the grind going, keep doing y'all thing. It's fun seeing y'all grow. It's fun working with y'all
you.
or alongside of y'all, whatever. Keep pushing, man, and listen, but like ease up on the fuck the nigga shit, dog. It's like,
I only said that because we're talking about
the more you
Manosphere.
empower them women, the harder it gets for your boy out there in these streets, man.
All right, and on that note, fuck niggas get money. Did you have a whole tip?
Yes, in response to that, you don't have to deal with this shit, okay? It's okay to be single and peaceful. But that's it. You ready?
Bye.